coach about this Monday. Does this kind of remind you of 2022 when you beat Alabama in that crazy game, final play of the game, overtime, and you had to go to Arkansas the next week?
Definitely very similar. Still a little different, but as far as just the atmosphere of the game, going to overtime, winning like that, rushing the field, it was a great feeling, very similar, and brought back a lot of memories.
In that time, it was 13-10, right?
Right.
You guys barely got out. I think you scored the only touchdown that day. So I think Coach Kelly said he was going to lean on people like you that have been through the experience and know how tough this game will be. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of you being a leader in that role?
Yes, sir. Just the experience that I've had and the opportunities I've had to play and to actually be in those tough situation type of games and those rivalries, I think it'll be great for not only me but some of my teammates in the running back room that I can give them my knowledge and just help them out with the things that I've gone through.
On a couple of those little dump passes when you received and then getting up and kind of like getting aggressive, putting your shoulder down and then getting up and kind of chirping back and forth with the players. Can you kind of tell me about the physicality of that game and where it kind of, what the mentality going into it?
Well, we knew going into this game it was going to be very physical. Coach Frank got us ready mentally going into the week. I knew going into that game that it was going to get a little chippy, and I just wanted to show that I could be physical at any time, any place, and I just wanted to give our team some more energy. I didn't want to get pushed around. I wanted to show everybody that I was in the game and that we could have some more energy going forward.
Josh, you've obviously played with some good quarterbacks here at LSU. Both SEC games you guys have gotten down early, double digits. What have you seen from Garrett Nussmeier late in these games? Because, it seems like whether it's South Carolina or it's Ole Miss, when you guys have to have it, he gives it to you.
As far as going down early, we could start a little faster, but just talking about Garrett, man, he's the type of quarterback that never gives up. He always keeps his players in the game. He's always chirping everybody, hey, we in this, we got this, let's finish strong. And everybody trusts him and believes in him. And we never really believed that we're going to lose a game. So having somebody like Garrett that's always straightforward and always going for the win and always never giving up, it helps us have that chip on our shoulder that we want to finish strong.
Way back in 2019, you blew these guys out in Tiger Stadium, but every game since then has been a field goal game every year.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that, do you think?
It's the SEC. Every game is back and forth for the most part, but Arkansas is a tough team, and they play hard. They have a lot of high-effort players, a lot of great schemes, and I can't really tell you exactly why the games are so close, but I do know that we respect this team. We're not looking over them, and we know that they're going to be physical, and we're going to do the same.
From their end, a lot of their fans say this is their biggest game. They call LSU a rival. Do you sense that when you go up there, how badly they want to win that game?
In my opinion, I feel like every team that we play in the SEC is a big game. I can see that. I can see Arkansas having us as a rival. We know and we can feel the energy when we get there or when they come here. We already know that it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be pretty chippy. So I can definitely agree with you on that.
Coach Kelly said this game was kind of like a growth game for Nussmeier and saying that this is the biggest growth he's seen. But in terms of like the offense in the second half, in what areas would you say that this, in terms of productivity and being able to move the ball and actually score, where were you most proud of in terms of the offensive growth?
I would say that going into halftime and coming back in the third quarter and just starting really fast and starting strong, I think that's the biggest proud moment for me. We know how tough it is to really maybe not score as much in the first half and come into the second half and start flat and kind of get behind the eight ball. But Coach Kelly really harps on our process of starting fast coming into the third quarter, and I think that was our biggest emphasis going into the third quarter against Ole Miss.
Hey, Josh, Coach Kelly said this week that the emphasis was going to be that the run game needs to get started, but it didn't just rely on the offensive line or the running backs. It was the tight end, the quarterback, and everybody else in between. What have y'all really focused on the past couple days to try to make that an emphasis going into this game against Arkansas to make sure that the ground game is a main factor in a hopeful LSU victory?
Well, we have it's 11 on 11. We have 11 guys on offense, and it can't just be 9 guys doing their job. It has to be all 11 for the game, for the play to really make a home run. And we watched the film, and we believe that if everybody on the team can do their job, DYJ, and play with high effort, we believe that every play should hit. theoretically. So going into practice, we've really been focusing on everybody doing their job and everybody doing it high effortly. So, yeah.
What's your opinion on the boot, the trophy that you play for?
I'm excited to play for it. I mean, I think it's a really special thing every game almost with the Magnolia Bowl and playing for that boot. I think it's a big deal. A lot of guys overlook it. A lot of people don't really know about it, but being here for as long as I have and playing for that boot every year, it's really a big deal for our team and our culture as a team. And we want it. You know what I'm saying? So we understand the importance of it, the significance of it. So going into this week, we're not holding back, of course.
Have you ever carried it?
I have.
It's
actually.
heavy, right?
It is heavy. It is heavy. It is super heavy. It's super long as well. So you got to kind of have two people to help you hold it, especially a guy like me. So, yeah.
I know you're on the other side of the ball, but how cool was it to see the defense show out and prove, a lot of people wrong and put up a great performance and, keep the Tigers in the game?
It was awesome, man. Those guys was flying around, playing super physical. Shout out to Swinson, Whit Weeks, just leading the team. Greg Penn, of course. It really just comes from week of practice that they're dominating and coming in the game with the right mentality and playing physical. So the whole offense was super excited for them. They had a great game, one of the best in my opinion. So I was excited to see that.